Hey, I'm Dr. Chalmers, and welcome to the Dr. Chalmers podcast. Today, it's just going to go over some of these longer form, like questions at Chalmers Wellness type of thing. So still send your questions or your comments to questions@chalmerswellness.com, and we'll get those going. Some of these are a little bit longer. I wanted to answer these in a little bit longer manner, other than the 30 to 60 seconds we do on the normal ones. So I do a lot of work with mental health and mental function and that type of thing. And people ask me all the time when I think about different SSRIs and things like that. I've always thought SSRIs were not the right way to go. The research evidence on them was always very, very poor. It took a long time for the community to come out and admit that they were useless. But that's kind of where we're at. The problem with a lot of society today is that they want a quick, cheap, easy answer that doesn't require any, thought, energy, time, or whatever. Unfortunately, that never works. So the best way, there's a couple different things that we do for psychological health and that type of thing. The easiest and by far, research-wise, very best thing to do is exercise. The reason that works, not just I'm saying it, is the way the body actually works. So when you move your body, tons of information goes from your joints up your spinal cord to your brain, and it activates the brain in a very specific way. So, for instance, typically, movement information is going to hit the cerebellum first, and then as it starts firing up the cerebellum, there's that same type of information is going to flow to the frontal lobe, the executive function up front. And what's going to end up happening there is as that starts firing up and just using the processes it does, it has a natural ability to suppress the temporal lobe in a variety of different ways. The temporal lobe, like I say all the time, houses the amygdala. The fear, hate, anger, terror, anxiety, all the negative emotion stuff lives in the amygdala. So in the temporal lobe. So as it starts shutting all that stuff down, it starts shutting down all of the bad emotions and feelings and things like that, which is why lots of times when people get angry or they get upset and they need to leave the room and they go and they walk around for a little bit, they feel better, where sitting on the couch and just dwelling on it makes them feel terrible. So the number one thing to do is to exercise. Now, it's not just I feel bad right now, I'm going to go move or go be active or go exercise right now because I feel bad. The research actually shows that doing this on a regular basis does not allow the brain to spool up nearly as bad as it was. So if you can get out and you can exercise on a regular basis, your body is going to start getting used to it. It's going to start increasing the way that it functions. It'll be more efficient in shutting down your bad emotions. So if you are someone who has anxiety on a regular basis, if you're somebody who has depression, if you're somebody who just feels bad about the world, go work out, go exercise, and do it like you mean it. Don't just go and kind of jack around. Go and start doing it. And, the first part of that is always build the habit, right? I'm going to go every day for 30 minutes. I can't get it done in 30 minutes. All right, 45. Whatever your time thing is. I get my workout done in about 30 minutes. So go do your thing. If you want to go and jump on the treadmill or on the elliptical or the bike or whatever and kind of get that done and watch TV at the same time, focus on the exercise, not on the TV. If you're not breathing hard, if you're not sweating, you're not exercising. So you can watch whatever you want to watch. You can listen to whatever you want to listen to. Just make sure that you're sweating and you're breathing hard and you're actually moving. And that'll do tremendous things for you. Now, the nice thing is that as you start getting used to that and you're doing that, then, like I always tell people, don't exercise, train. So find something you want to do. Do you want to lose fat? Do you want to gain muscle? Do you want to do both? Do you want to become a great runner or even a decent runner? I am a bad runner, but that's the way my body was built. I do pretty well lifting, though. So that's my thing. And I focus my workouts on how well I lift, range of motion, resistance, that whole thing. Am I getting that perfect range of motion? So as you start doing those, all of a sudden, you start setting goals. Okay, I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to lose fat. All right, cool. You're in the gym, you're working out. Okay. Now you're going to start eating a little bit better because you want to reach that goal of, body transformation. And as you start doing that, then you start working on different things. And all of a sudden you start seeing some results, a little ROI. Now, all of a sudden it's a little bit dopamine kick. All right. Not only did I try to go to the gym, and I did. So that's first dopamine kick. And I reduced all my anxiety and all that type of stuff for a little bit. But now after, a couple weeks, couple months of trying and eating right and lifting and exercising the whole deal, now you feel better. You're sleeping better. You're starting to look a little bit better. So you go, oh, I'm gonna lean into this a little harder because I'm getting return on what I'm putting out. I'm getting what I want out of this exercise. So you start doing a little bit more. Before you know it, you feel a lot better, you look better, and you're happier about stuff. Now, that does not mean that you're going to be happy all day, every day, forever. It's just the best way to overcome a lot of these issues that we're seeing. Diet plays a big role. There's a lot of other things that come into it. There's a lot of mental function, a lot of goal setting. There's a lot of little things in there that are really important. But getting into the gym is the number one thing that you can do for your mental state. So get in, exercise. If you want to play soccer, if you want, whatever you want to do, just get out and move and be active. The reason I like the gym is because it requires no one else. I've written exercise programs for people who travel all the time and they can work out by themselves in their hotel room and they're great. Just find your way to get out and move, and that's going to help tremendously. So, in any program that anyone should design for anxiety, depression, any of that type of stuff, exercise needs to be a very big component of it because that's just the way the body works. At the end of the day, we can all wish that there was just a really easy pill we could take and everybody would be happy and it'd be great and be good for you. That doesn't really exist because that's not the way the body works. Sorry. So, that's just kind of how it is. So if you guys can get out, find your way to exercise and start exercising, it's really going to help your mental state. And if you can establish those habits now, it's a lot easier when life throws things in your face to just go to the gym and just keep on. And you know what? You're going to have bad days, but they're going to be not as bad as they would have been if you can get to the gym and work out, if you can get out and you can exercise. Go outside and just jog. Walk briskly. Like I said, just move and do it continuously, to the point where you're breathing a little bit heavy and you're sweating a little bit, and do it for, 20, 30, 40 minutes. It's going to really, really help. So get out and exercise. It's one of there's lots of things I say on this, but that is the biggest piece that everybody can do whenever they want to, is just get out and exercise. So